let's see, we start. My name is Anders Braff. I had a meeting with Alexander a couple of months ago. We had a coffee and he said, do you want to talk on the tech meeting? I said, yes. And then afterwards I thought, on a tech meeting, how in hell can I do a presentation about piracy sexy enough to be here today? But it's not my decision, it's up to you to say something afterwards if it's enough. I will talk about a little bit about us, Nordic Content Protection. I will mainly focus on two reports, one from EU IPO, based in Alicante, and also Audio-Visual Anti-Piracy Alliance. Some of you are member of them. And then I will show you a little bit about illegal IPTV, and I will come up with a conclusion, what we see based upon these two reports. We are an association, Dennis Association, and we work for these members. We are mainly former police officers. Sounds like we are many, but we are 4 at the moment, based in Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. But we also cover Viaplay's footprint all over the world, so we have a lot of our plates. What we do is to identify suspects, bring them to court. We actually present it on a silver plate for law enforcement, otherwise they will not do anything. So they have the main suspect. We also do Bitcoin analysis, make sure they can do claims. We write the claims, but the prosecutor or a lawyer do the claims, and afterwards we also bring in the money back to the industry. We are absolutely non-profit. We are based on the member fees. In 2018, actually delivered in 2019, EU IPO came up with a quite extensive report about illegal IPTV. They should work. The report you can download on their webpage. They had 2 universities in Europe doing analysis on how many people, the revenue, and everything. It's a really good report they have done. At 2018, they come up that is around almost 14 million people in Europe using illegal IPTV on a daily basis. We did a similar report on a Nordic level in 2016, and the numbers are in line with EU IPO in 2018. In 2021, APA did a similar report. They come up with 7.1 million. There is one thing in the report I don't like, is that they said, it's quite strange to say I don't like it, but they said it is 30% less Swedish compared to EU IPU. And I said it can't be true, because the mentality in Sweden about piracy, everything should be free because we have, you know the history. And Media Vision, a company in Sweden, they came up in a new report previous week, and the number was quite high. 25% of all between 15 and 74 use illegal IPTV, and when we look at the youth up to 24 years old, I think it was 50% of everyone. So it's quite big numbers. I don't align with APA's report in 2021. When we go over to IPTV, you've probably seen it, everyone, but there are so many web pages out there, and everybody deliver IPTV. We try to follow each and every one to see what they offer, see what they do, where they are hosted and things like that. We have tried several times to stop them, but they are hosted in non-compliance hosting companies, so it's not worth the time it takes to shut down a page, because they directly, when they send a report, they contact the owner and they pop up somewhere else. So they are there, and we can't do anything about it, and nobody else can, because they pop up directly. They offer everything. They have the 24/7 support. They give you directly guidelines how to pay with cryptocurrency, how to install and things like that. And basically, it works like this. You have a device. In this case, it's just a screen. You got a string. You put the string in your device. The device log on to a portal somewhere, an authentication server somewhere in the world. As soon as you're authenticated, you get a channel list back. And this is some SVT information on this one. It looks like this is just a basic line. And as a consumer, I click on what I would like to see, and you have this channel. And I've taken away where they are streamed from to this, because I don't need to show it here, but they are streamed from some hosting company, some CDN around the world, and they are no compliant. They refuse to take down the stream. If you report them, they contact directly the owner of the service and tell, now Nordic Content Protection or the police are after you, so shut down and open somewhere else. There are other platforms that are used to sell illegal IPTV, and Facebook was one of the biggest ones for many, many years, because pirates, they are interested to earn as much money as they can, and Facebook is free, and there are a lot of consumers of Facebook, so they could advertise. And we spend a lot of time to clean up Facebook, and from the beginning, Facebook didn't respond. And I think it was 2021, we had a meeting with the head of legal in California on a meet. And we told them, you can be good, you can do much better, we can help you to clean up the service. And they decided to clean up everything. So I don't know if it works everywhere in the world, but if you Google on Facebook, if you search on Facebook, you will search for IPTV, you will have a pop-up. We don't support this on our platform. But the content is there, but when we send a takedown, they take it down directly. Our platforms are Discord, Telegram groups, and WhatsApps. They are heavily used for sell illegal IPTV. We have search engines. I installed a clean web browser, Brave, on a Linux machine with a Swedish IP number. I never used this browser. I searched for IPTV, and I think I need to go up here. 82,900,000 in result. And I think it was first on the 4th or 5th page, I had a legal provider. And this is even worse because this is sponsor, it's ads on Google. And we have sent requests for Google several times, please shut it down, take it away. They never respond. We have been in a meeting with Google people in Europe, and we told them we have a problem, the industry had a big problem. Yeah, no problem, contact me, I will help you. We establish contact after the meeting, they're really polite, and then we send our request, nothing happened. Because this is revenue for them, it's big money. I did a similar search on Bing, Brave search, DuckDuckGo, and I had a similar result, but much, much better. I had legal provider on the first page when it comes to them, but not on Google. In early releases I will talk about now. It's always be a feather in the hat to produce an early release of an upcoming big movie online. That's been the biggest. But during 2021, we find a different pattern on illegal network. One episode was released 2 weeks in advance before the official release. And full quality, subtitle, everything was there. Perfect for everyone. But 2 weeks before is quite a long time. So we start digging into this and try to find out what have happened in the industry. And soon we find out on GitHub, you all know, the repository forum, there was something called Widevine Level 3 Guesser. We downloaded the tool, we went on to our members CDN, We were able to download the content in internet speed, decode it, and have a full episode directly afterwards. No problem at all. We talked to our member, they contacted Google, and Google patched it, and it's hacked again, patch, hacked again, patch, hacked. It's still really hacked. When it comes to a legal IPTV network, there are all the releases from the major providers there. I checked every release for every provider, major provider I must say, for 2023. They are on the illegal IPTV network within an hour before the official release. So how can we make money from this? It's quite tough. In May 23, this year, it was the big release of John Wick Chapter 4. Some people are into that movie. I checked our system, and I could find already in April 15 was the first episode from the illegal network. It was an Italian dubbed voice. April 20, Arabic. May 20, it was in English, also with the information that the Nordic subtitle will be there on the official release. That's the information they give. You have everything full quality. Even if you speak Italian, it wouldn't be any problem. There is one we miss here, is Apple. I checked Apple's all major release, and I could see a different pattern there. It was, from the beginning, a week after the official release. Suddenly, last 2 months, it's in with an hour after the official release. So it's the same pattern there. We have talked to some people, and they said, it's an analog hole. You take a picture of the screen and upload it. The DRM is hacked or HDMI, whatever. We don't think it's an analog hole because one Swedish rights owner put an official release of an episode at midnight. Within 20 minutes, it was downloaded, decoded, and uploaded on the criminal CDN platform. And the episode was longer than 20 minutes. So their tool are so fast, so they can download it with internet speed, decode it with whatever it takes, and upload it on a legal platform. They actually vacuum every CDN as we talk, from national TV, from SVT, NRK, Finnish TV. They download everything and upload it to their network. When it comes to GitHub, the repository, I did a search previous week when I prepared the presentation. It was over 300 repositories about Widewine, actually 2 with a misspelled name. I haven't checked everyone because it's impossible, but I ordered them with latest update, and 25 of them have daily updates. If they work, I don't know, but we tested in 2021, it works. So we haven't had time to test it because we know what they are doing. I did the same on Fairplay, 227 repositories about Fairplay. So that's a big problem. When it comes to live TV and sports event, every channel from every provider, it's on illegal network. And I mean every single channel, from local female football in part of Norway, if they are broadcast on TV, it will be on a legal network because we know, we checked it on a meeting. Every sport event is there. It's between 50 to 200 sports events in the Nordics every day on the illegal network, and they are advertised with exact name as the legal provider. They are in real time, and they are in full resolution if it's available. And I mean full resolution. When you look at the whole world, it's the same, because this illegal network, they provide every channel from every country in the whole world. It's exactly the same pattern. If you don't find the soccer game in Swedish or Norway, you'll find it in US or UK. It will be there. It's the same here, real time and full HD. Okay, now I need to come up with a conclusion. Yes, I will say white wine is 100% compromised, and I will say that fair play is compromised. F.....ed. It's a big problem. And I use this picture. It's a mine, but for the pirates, the CDN is a gold mine at the moment. They take everything, and they earn a lot of money. What drove them is money, of course, and I will give you some example of that afterwards. If we do a small forecast based upon EU IPO's report in 2018, Reback 13.7 millions, APA 7.1. If you use the same algorithm, I would say it would be 21 plus million in Europe. I don't know if it's the same in US or South America. I don't think it's the same because the infrastructure in Europe is much more developed compared to US. So this is internet-based TV, but only the sky is a limit when it comes to illegal user. Okay, what driven them? Money. Money, 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 money. They do a lot of money. You can't believe how much money the criminals earn on this business. EU report said it was almost €1 billion, 942 million. APA didn't do the similar. They didn't talk about money, but I used their number and compared the EU IPO. It was $1 billion. And if I give a forecast, it will be 1.2 billion revenue for criminals in Europe alone. IPR-related crime have taken over its higher revenue compared to drugs nowadays. And we all know the law enforcement spent how much time and money, and you got 15 years in prison if you smuggle drugs. They are quite stupid to sell IPTV. The revenue is higher, and I'm the only one in Sweden hunting them, so it's quite difficult. And here's my colleague Stian, my boss. He do the same in Norway. So there is a problem. Every time we need to address this problem, we can't do it alone. It's impossible. The industry can't do it alone. But if we do it together, we might do something because we can't see it will drop down. It will be bigger and bigger problems. It's a white-collar crime, and law enforcement aren't really prepared to do the investigation on their own, even we present it on a silver plate. Your product is really popular. That's driven them. You know that sport and porn have driven the internet forward. So rights holder, TV industry, DRM companies, and authority must work together to fight this threat. That's my opinion. So if this was sexy enough, I don't know. It's up to you to decide. I have 3 minutes left, but I leave it to Anders.